All right, welcome back. Well, this story goes all the way back to the pandemic, 3 years ago, I guess, when people were having a hard time going to different countries from Korea. And they were also wanting to, do a bit of travel, but staying in a hotel room might have been considered a little bit dangerous for a few people. So what do? Well, you either rent a car, or you have one already, and you just sleep in your car. It's a pretty simple concept, but it caught on like wildfire. However, because it caught on like wildfire, people started to park in basically any area they could find. And some of those areas were needed to be frequented by people like business people or people who needed the parking spaces for everyday life. But when they got there, there was a bunch of people sleeping. So it caused a little bit of a stir, and now the government's trying to find a good compromise to get the car campers out of the normal parks, out of the normal parking spaces and into some specially made car camping parking spaces. Yeah. It's an interesting concept, but that's what's been going on. It hasn't been done yet, but they are discussing the concept. It's kind of a fun story, a little bit funny in parts, but it really was because people just wanted to have a little bit of adventure when they couldn't almost even leave their houses sometimes because of the coronavirus. I mean, will this stick? Will this keep on being pretty sort of popular thing to do? I'm not sure, but for now.
I can totally understand it, yeah. I remember the heavy days of severe lockdown, not being able to go anywhere for so long, and that desperation just to escape.
Yeah.
Even if I have to stay in my car, at least I'll be looking at a different view out the window compared to what I'm doing every single day. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you get to deck out your car however you like. You get to, customize it. You get to go out into the wilderness.
Yeah, I've seen pictures online. People will put a little small mattress in the back, lay down the back seats and put something to make it really comfortable, maybe even some fairy lights inside, to give you better lighting, and take the little camping stove and, look really fun, really cute and fun.
Yeah, I think there's something called tailgating in the US that has something similar. But we used to do that with, drive-in movie theaters. You would put something in the back, open up the back, however it opens up, whatever, and then put a little bed or whatever, drinks, of course, food, and just watch the movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, quite nice. Did you ever feel uncomfortable staying in hotels during the pandemic? Like, do you think that it increases the risk of having some sort of, corona catching response?
I was a little bit nervous because we did go to Busan at some point during the pandemic for a weekend, and I did feel a little bit nervous, but I think everybody was being great. Everybody had their masks on. The hotel staff were always there with the hand gels as we passed sort of in and out. You could tell they were doing their best, to keep things sanitary. So I didn't feel too nervous, perhaps just a little nervous.
Oh, interesting, yeah. I always took the idea of if I'm going to be trapped in a tin can with hundreds of other people, a hotel room is not that bad.
Yeah.
But I could see, and I also felt really safe because everyone was doing the temperature checks, the spraying, like everyone wearing the mask. I just didn't feel unsafe. I felt like everyone was doing their best. Would you feel safe sleeping in a car in Korea?
In Korea, yes. In England, definitely no.
Okay.
In my hometown, my house was burgled 3 times. And, that's walls and locks and alarms to keep the burglars out. If it's just me in the car, they're going to be in there in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Probably
I'm far too vulnerable.
Yeah.
No, not in Manchester.
No,
I'll be a knife crime statistic.
Hopefully it won't be a death statistic. No.
No. They haven't got time.
Wow.
Because there's no guns.
I would say America, I wouldn't call it super safe, but, depending on where you are, it's completely fine to do some car camping. It just depends.
I guess if you're out in the sticks,
the
likelihood of you meeting anyone is pretty slim.
Yeah, exactly. And usually other people out there are there for their own like wilderness purposes, not to rob people because there's not a lot of targets out there. What robber would spend 5 hours driving somewhere looking for someone?
Anyone.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So we can pick up our spirits by learning the new vocabulary and using them in everyday life. And we'll see you in the next article. Bye.
Roughly.
Roughly.
Getaway.
Getaway.
Carbon monoxide.
Carbon monoxide.
Crack down.
Crack down.
Buy in.
Buy in.